country is facing many issues, such as terrorism, injustice in certain situations, and even to the simplest as scam artists with marketing. Most importantly, what affects our economy is unemployment. Today I will speak on what unemployment really is and how is it measured. Then I will give a few ways to reduce the unemployment rates. And in time, I will wrap it up by stating what it would be like if we do not reduce our unemployment rates. In March of 2007, 4.3% was at its lowest, which was our unemployment rate. In August 2011 and 2009, our unemployment ranged from 8.0 to 8.03%, and we were the 13th on the state list from lowest to highest in unemployment rates for Texas. The USA in 1953 was at its lowest unemployment rate, which was 2.5%, and in 1982, it was at its highest of 10.8%. Unemployment is defined as actively looking for work or have looked for work in the past 4 weeks, as well as those laid off from their jobs, defined by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The unemployment rate of last year was 7.4%, which needs to be reduced. The unemployment rate of last year was 7.4, which needs to be reduced. Al Krulik, which is an author of Debt.org, was actually also a former teacher and certified debt specialist with International Association of Professional Debt Arbitrators. Says when unemployment is above 6% of the government usually tries to intervene. He also stated it is no longer an economic growth in our economy when unemployment rate steps above 6%. This definitely affects us personally because we are all consumers. And if the unemployment rates start to increase, so do sales taxes on our items we purchase. And also if you're employed, this means more federal taxes. Now I will give you a few ways to help reduce our unemployment rates, as well as stabilizing a stronger economy. First, our economy has 316.1 million people, and only 139.1 million people are employed. Now, granted that most of the other people are either too young to work or even too old to even stand, but the other people that are able to work are either discouraged workers because they do not have the skills, or they don't even know where to begin because they don't even know how to fill out an application. I believe this begins with our school systems as well as in our homes. Now, the government can only control what goes in a household so much, but they can control what goes on in our school system. Many small towns cannot afford this revenue, but it would definitely be one to think about to make it a required class, such as like math or science, or even our history classes. We look towards its future as well as looking at our past. I believe everyone should be required to take a class on real-world skills, such as filling out applications or even filling out a resume, or making a resume. For the ones that are in school, that are not in school, we should get a nonprofit organization, or we should get an arrangement of like different jobs to come out and have a skill day. Instead of a job fair, have a skill fair, and help increase the mobility of the labor force, which will help increase the skills of the unemployed. The aim is to give the long-term unemployed new skills, which enable them to find jobs in developing industries, says Brett Radcliffe, who is a graduate from University of Florida with International Economics. Secondly, we as people or as a government need to reduce the benefits of unemployment so that it will create more of an incentive to get a job with benefits. It will even create unemployment to be able to begin to pay taxes. According to sctax.org, we pay taxes to better public schools as well as roads, highways, and even services provided such as like police or fire department that we don't even think about. People get on unemployment for just a paycheck sometimes, and they use it to the fullest. These people don't even want to go back to work because they get paid to sit on the couch. Now, who wouldn't like to do that? I strongly agree with the fact that we should limit the benefits according to their situation, but we should also do more investigation when they apply. We should also begin to make them do community service per week, or at least actively look for work by putting in job applications online. The last, but definitely the most important, we should have a sustainable economy growth. within the United States to have jobs available. We have to have an economy that is creating endless jobs. We as a whole have to do as much as we can to help create jobs. The economic growth can start as little as analyzing our needs and our resources for our home and influencing our neighbors. Reported by sustainable.org/economy, to help maintain a sustainable economic, local financial institutions can invest in community enterprises such as building new office buildings. There can be a demand before there can be a supply, but that is a whole nother discussion. In conclusion, we all have a trade or skill that we are good at, and one day we will utilize those skills with the degree that we are capitalizing in now. We have to encourage others as well as ourselves to acquire an occupation in which it will benefit us in the long run. It will also begin to lower unemployment rates when we are able to acquire these jobs. Next, the economy has to have sustainable in order to create jobs so that we will have positions in available fields people have interest for and even have skills for. As for beginning with school systems, we should improve within our workplace as well and make sure that people get the correct and proper training. If we do not reduce our unemployment rate now, we will be in deep trouble like that of 1982, which they had a deep recession. This means trying to control inflation, which adds taxes to each and every item possible. Let's keep unemployment rates low and taxes even lower.